The Boeing 777-300ER's prestige cabin shimmered like a midnight palace at the gate in Dubai. Live flat suites of sapphire Alcantara, 55-inch OLED cycling comet trails, the scent of oud and warm croissants drifting from the galley. As 17-year-old Kofi Adeyemi, son of the late founder of Aurora Skies and newly appointed CEO at the board's emergency session 3 hours ago, strode aboard in a charcoal hoodie that read Aurora Future Now in gold thread, his Rimowa carry-on trailing like a comet. He was booked into 1A, the owner's suite his father had died testing. But the moment he crossed the threshold, Captain Roger Whittaker, 57, 4 stripes burnished with arrogance, voice like gravel soaked in jet fuel, blocked the aisle from the cockpit doorway. "Kid, first class is for paying adults," he barked loud enough for the entire cabin to hear, gesturing to the rear like a bouncer at a velvet rope. "Economy boards through the back." Kofi's boarding pass, pearl-white biometric seal pulsing gold, flashed in his hand. Whittaker snatched it, scoffed, "Must be a prank," and physically herded the teen toward the mid-cabin stairs, one hand on Kofi's shoulder hard enough to bruise. A Saudi prince in 1K lowered his newspaper. A Grammy-winning rapper in 2A hit record. A TikTok empress in 1C began live streaming to 1.2 million in 7 seconds. Kofi's Apple Watch flashed crimson, silent CEO alert, and every Aurora Skies server lit up worldwide. Whittaker's smirk was titanium, until the cockpit printer behind him began spitting paper. Urgent, new CEO Kofi Adeyemi boarding DXB JFK, all crew stand down. Whittaker's hand froze mid-shove. The cabin screens locked to the company announcement stamped 3 hours ago. Following the tragic passing of Chairman Adeyemi, the board unanimously appoints Kofi Adeyemi, age 17, as Chief Executive Officer effective immediately. The temperature in the cockpit plummeted 30 degrees in 3 heartbeats. The aircraft door was still open. Pushback hadn't started. Captain Okonkwo, co-pilot, ex-Air Force, stepped out of the cockpit, removed his cap, and saluted Kofi with a grin wide enough to land a 777. "Welcome aboard, sir. Your aircraft." Whittaker's face cycled through every shade of departure board red. Every seatback screen cut to the board resolution signed by all 14 directors, followed by Kofi's new credential photo. Same hoodie, same calm eyes, now burning with 17 years of grief and genius. Whittaker tried to laugh, some diversity stunt, but Kofi's voice, soft as contrails and sharp as afterburners, sliced through. "Captain Whittaker, you are relieved of command, effective now." 2 U.S. Marshals, who had been quietly seated in 1C and 1D as part of the transition security detail, stood, badges flashing. Whittaker's wings were snipped off with ceremonial scissors borrowed from the galley before he could exhale. His access card beeped dead. Termination letter printed, signed by Kofi on the spot, handed to him in the jet bridge in under 90 seconds. The entire sequence, from shove to stripping of command, took 3 minutes 47 seconds. The rappers live hit 22 million. Hashtag Teen CEO trended above a moon landing. With Whittaker gone, the cockpit door sealed, and Kofi took the jump seat for pushback. Headset on, 17 and in command. Mid-taxi, he addressed the entire plane via PA and live stream. "Today a captain told me I didn't belong in first class because of how I look. Tomorrow, no one will ever be told that again." He announced the Kofi Cockpit Initiative, $500 million to install biometric crew recognition locks on every flight deck worldwide, fund 50,000 aviation scholarships for underrepresented teens, and retrofit the entire 777 fleet into flying STEM academies named Adeyemi's Legacy. Every passenger in Prestige received lifetime global elite status. The Saudi prince wired $200 million on the spot. The rapper dropped his next single titled Left Seat at 17. At 41,000 feet, Kofi stood in the cockpit doorway and took the controls for a supervised takeoff on the next leg. First official act as CEO, first teen to command a wide body in commercial history. Whitaker's final paycheck was voided mid-flight, his license flagged for immediate FAA review. The 777, renamed Kofi 1, became the world's first flying CEO academy. The live stream hit 150 million. Kofi's calm smile as he rotated the aircraft became the new face of power. The gear is up, but the climb is just beginning, and it needs your thrust to reach the stars. If one 17-year-old turned a shove into the left seat of a $42 billion airline, imagine what happens when every kid told "you don't belong here" is handed the controls instead. Smash that subscribe button like you're slamming the thrust levers to toga. Lock in for every knot of this journey, from Whitaker's license revocation to the first Aviemi's legacy graduating class soloing at 18. Comment below with the name of one teen who deserves the captain's seat. Tag their parent, their teacher, their village. Your comment isn't noise, it's clearance for their takeoff. Share this video like an all-cabin announcement, family chats, school groups, TikTok, LinkedIn, because every share installs one biometric lock, funds one scholarship, builds one cockpit for the next Kofi. Turn on the bell so you're first to witness the future. The $500 million initiative, the first all-teen crew, the day a 17-year-old signs the next multi-billion-dollar deal at 41,000 feet. This isn't content, it's the new flight plan for humanity. Kofi took command in 4 minutes. We can hand the controls to the next generation in 4 seconds. Subscribe, comment, share. The left seat isn't inherited, it's earned, and now it's open to everyone. Cleared for departure. Don't let another kid stand in the aisle. The sky belongs to the next generation. Fasten your seatbelt, then hand them the yoke. Now.